What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be discussing with you guys our GPL draft picks. Now, the draft was last Sunday on Joe's channel, so you can go check that out if you want to. Today I'm just going to be talking about my draft picks. We picked 3 OU, 3 UU, 3 RU, and 3 NU mons, and this is them. This is the list. This is what we've got, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about them as we go through, starting with our mascot, Mega Gallade. Now, we were only allowed to draft one Mega, and it had to be a Mega. We could take advantage of its base form if need be, but it had to, like, usually it would just have to Mega Evolve at some point, unless you just didn't even get the chance to Mega Evolve it. But we've got Mega Gallade here. Mega Gallade is just, it hits hard, it's really fast, and it's got some good special defense bulk and physical bulk. Not that bad at all, but you just look at this thing and you know that it's going to be outspeeding a lot of mons, especially if it's a jolly nature. It'll be outspeeding some mons. It will, it'll get the job done, and it's going to just demolish things. Mega Gallade is my preferred Mega, mainly because, it is the mascot, and it's just the Mega that I use the most. So, might as well stick with what you know. I said I was going to only be picking one mon that I already used in Season 1 of the GSL, and that's what I went with. So, we've got our team here. We've got our leader, Mega Gallade, and nothing's going to be stopping us. Following Mega Gallade, we've got Tapu Fini. Now, Tapu Fini's a pretty good mon. It's all the Tapus are really good. Definitely. 3 of them were drafted. Tapu Fini, I drafted. I believe Gavin drafted Tapu Bulu, and then Joe drafted Tapu Koko. So, while Tapu Fini doesn't do good compared, like against Tapu Koko or Tapu Bulu, it still has its benefits. It's very bulky, both physically and defensive. It can do some decent damage. You've got so many choices. You can try to get Scald Burns, and then just bulk it out, let them burn. You're gonna be eating their hits. You can do Toxic Stall. You can do a bunch of different things with this thing, and I definitely think it will be a great use to us. It could be a defogger if you need it, so that's definitely another good thing. And you've just got a lot of options with this thing. You can stall mons out. You can get rid of hazards with it while doing so, and there's just so much you can do with it. It's just a great mon. Following that, we've got our final OU pick, Jirachi. I'm a bad person. I'm just going to say that now. Jirachi, for those of you who do not know, has Serene Grace, which doubles the chances of secondary effects from moves. For example, Iron Head usually only has a 30% chance to flinch. With Serene Grace, it's now doubled to 60. That is scary. That's definitely scary. It's got 100 base all across the board, so it's going to be whatever you want it to be. It can be super bulky. It can be fast and attack hard. You can wait mons out. You can Toxic Stall. You can Toxic Stall flinch them. Do that. You can para flinch them. You can confuse them. You can para flinch and then confuse them. So then there's almost no way they're going to be attacking. There's a lot of things you can do. Moving on from OU, we go to UU, which is first pick, Togekiss. There's a special place in hell for me. Serene Grace, again, you can do Serene Grace, you can do Hustle, you can do Super Luck. For the most part, I'm probably going to do Serene Grace. You can throw on Air Slash on this thing. It's going to be 60% just flinching. Ancient Power. Pretty sure Ancient Power would be a 20% chance to raise all stats by now, or at that point, excluding accuracy and evasion. I think that's what it is. I think it's everything but accuracy and evasion. That sounds right. Yeah, but anywho, a lot of things you can do with Togekiss. Togekiss can be very bulky too. It can be a special sweeper. It can do whatever you want it to do, and hopefully we're going to try to take advantage of that. Moving on to our second UU pick, we've got Volcanion. Now, Volcanion, I'm going to be 100% honest, I was originally going to go for Entei, and Entei got taken. So I moved on and went with Volcanion instead. Volcanion's also still pretty good. It's got water absorb, so you can switch out. It's just got a lot it can do. It's not weak. It's only weak to what? Electric, ground, and rock? That sounds right. I may be wrong. I don't know if rock's resist. I always forget if rock is resisted by water or not. I don't think it is, because it doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound right in my head. But anywho, you got water absorb. You can switch in. A lot of us have water types, so Volcanion's a good option for that. It's useful for, you know, you can take out a lot of different mons with it. It's got Steam Eruption. That's a 30% chance of burning, so that's also just gonna hit like a truck. It can be very bulky. It's got some good physical bulk. It's got some good special attack, so it can be a physical wall while also just taking out mons left and right. There's just a lot of things you can do with it. Moving on to our third UU pick, we've got Fortress. Now, obviously, Fortress is kind of... You get Fortress to do the job it's expected to do. This thing is usually something that's going to be setting up hazards, going to get rid of hazards, whatnot, things like that. You can volt switch it out after you set up hazards, do things like that. You're always guaranteed at least one setup or at least one attack with Sturdy. So I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Fortress I picked specifically for that reason, and that's what he's going to be used for. Moving on to our first RU pick, we have Goodra. Now, Goodra completes our Steel Fairy Dragon Core. Goodra's just a great mon in general. It's very bulky. It can hit hard. It's got a lot of moves. You've got Power Whip. You can Bandit. You can Assault Vest it. You can Outrage, Power Whip, Fire Punch, things like that. You've got a lot of different choices to do with it, and we're going to try our hardest to take advantage of that. It's probably gonna be a little harder to take down a Goodra depending on how you set it up, but this thing's also going to be hitting like a truck if you play your cards right. Going on to our second RU pick, sorry, we've got Torkoal. Torkoal, great mon. I love Torkoal so much. It's a great fire type, first off, so if we don't want to use Volcanion, we can go for Torkoal. Torkoal can set up, it can get rid of rocks or anything like that, it can get rid of hazards. It's got Drought for Sunny Day. It's Drought, so you don't need Sunny Day. You can Overheat, you can just do a lot of different things. You can Eruption. That thing is going to be hitting hard. Even mons that resist its move are more than likely going to still take some damage, depending. You can Eruption, you can just do so many different things with this. It's such a great mon, I love it so much. It's great. Moving on to our third RU pick, we have Cresselia. Now, Cresselia is another Psychic type. We have three Psychic types now, but it's just such a good mon. I like Cresselia, not even gonna lie. It's a very nice mon, so hopefully we can make some, we can get some use out of it. It's very bulky. It's got good HP, and it's got great defense and special defense. 120 HP in defense and 130 special defense. This thing is going to be eating hits. You can Toxic and then Protect. You can Toxic, Protect, you can Wish. You've got a lot of choices to do with this thing. You can Calm Mind. You get the Calm Mind up, you get some light screens or something like that. You can do a lot of things with this. You can, if you need to, you can Lunar Dance if you have to sack it off. A lot of different things. This thing can be very bulky. It can be a very decent... It's got some decent special attack. It's 75, not exactly the best, but it's workable. So hopefully we can, take advantage of that if need be. Moving on to our final three picks, we've got our first NU pick, Frostlass. Now, there's a lot of bad things. One of those things that's really annoying is 2 Serene Grace mons. What makes that significantly worse? Focus Sashed and then Destiny Bonding with Frostlass. This thing's gonna outspeed a lot of mons. Look at that speed, it's 110. I'm pretty sure it's as fast as Mega Gallade. It's going to be outspeeding a lot of mons, unless they're Scarfed. So, you get Focus Sash, and then you just start debonding. You can do a lot of different things. You can try to trick them by going for an attack and then debonding. because most of their mons are going to outspeed you. They can't do extreme speed or like quick attack or anything like that. They can't mock punch you, so obviously they can still like aqua jet you, but you are probably going to still be getting some Destiny bonds. You're definitely probably going to take them on down with Frostlass, so might as well take advantage of that. You can deal some decent damage. Its stats aren't the best. Like 80 special attack's still pretty good. It's still manageable. You max that out, it's like what? Its max is 259. I think that's what it is. But yeah, like base 80. You know. But there's a lot we can do with this. Moving on to our second NU pick, we have Steelix. Now, I needed a ground type. We were already into the NU, and I realized like, oh, I don't have a ground type. What's a good ground type? Steelix. This thing, look at that physical defense, is just like, it's base 200. That's amazing. It's obviously slow. It's obviously not good with special defense, but that's not what it's here for. It's here for physical defense. You can rockhead, you can sturdy, you can sheer force, you can do a lot of different things. You can guarantee that you're going to live an attack and then hit back as hard as you can. You can give it lefties. I don't really know what you would give a Steelix, trying to think about it. Probably lefties, Rocky Helmet. Probably Rocky Helmet would be your best bet because physical defense is just monstrous, so the entire time you're trying to take it down, if you only got physical mons, you're going to be taking some damage. So partner that up with sturdy, and they're always guaranteed at least 2 times getting damaged by the Rocky Helmet. Steelix also just a really good mon. Like it can probably help in terms of electric types, so we've got that going for us. Moving on to our final pick of the draft, we've got our final NU pick, Electros. Electros is a very good mon. I've gone on record multiple times, plenty of times, basically every day of my life, saying how much 5th gen just does not appeal to me in any way, shape, or form. Well, Electros is one of those mons that I will give the exception to, because first off, it just looks awesome. Second off, it's got Levitate. It's an electric type with Levitate. This thing is not weak to shit. So, I mean, you throw an Assault Vest on this thing. It's got some pretty good special defense and physical defense. You throw an Assault Vest on it, it's going to be taking some hits pretty well. It's got amazing attack and special attack. Base 115 and base 105, I believe it is. It's not the fastest mon, but it's probably going to be taking some hits pretty well. It's going to be dealing some damage, and there's just so much you can do. It's got Flamethrower. It's got a very wide variety of moves, actually. You can Aqua Tail, you got Acrobatics, you can Brick Break, Crunch, you got Discharge, Dragon Claw, Dragon Pulse, Dragon Tail, Drain Punch, Fire Punch, Flamethrower, Flash Cannon, Focus Punch. You know, you've got a lot of things you can use this for. You can do a rest set if you need to. You can roar a bunch of mons out as they are, set up the rocks. You get the rock set up, and then you start roaring mons out. Obviously, it's probably not helpful that it's slow, but it's going to do what it's got to do. Alright, so that is it for the GPL draft discussion. We will be having hopefully a preview come up later today about our team against Week 1 opponents, Hitmoncscott and the Halifax Hitmontubs. So that will be going up today. The actual battle will be going up tomorrow on Sunday. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure you do smash the like button. If you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and get the positive right in that PC party. Share it with your friends, follow me on Twitter at PCBloodMaster, join the Discord, link is down below. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I am PCBloodMaster, and I will see you guys next time.